it's not like better or worse, it's just the dynamic changes slightly. So after spending about 2 weeks on board, I kind of noticed a bit of a change, a little bit of a difference between when I first started and now. So when I first started, I was like super eager to do everything, help out, just be like super proactive and kind of like almost over the top to make sure that I was giving off a good impression, that I was trying my best and making sure the rest of the crew were happy with me, basically, just to try and put in the effort, I guess. And then now, sort of only 2 weeks later, but I'm starting to notice a slight shift with not necessarily being like lazy or anything, just it's just slightly different. I feel more of the part of the team, and the roles are kind of shared a lot more equally from my standpoint anyway. But I'm definitely not as eager as I initially was. I remember like waking up the first 2 days, I was just like absolutely buzzing to go to work, like absolutely ecstatic. And now I'm actually still super happy to go to work. And the nice thing about being on the boat is that work is literally you roll out of bed and you're having breakfast and then you walk 10 seconds down the gangway and then you're in work. So there's no like commute or anything like that. So I mean it's great, the setup's great, but I noticed that there's just a slight decrease in the energy levels. And there's only 5 of us sort of regularly on at the moment. It will go down to 4 and then 3 at one point, so there's getting fewer and fewer of us. We do have like the occasional contractors that come on, which kind of add to the numbers as well, but the core sort of 4 or 5 people at the moment, getting really used to being on board with them, and it does definitely take a while to sort of settle in. It's not like better or worse, it's just the dynamic changes slightly. So when you're first on board, you're like trying to make a really good impression, trying to be as proactive as possible, and it's not necessarily fake, but it's like a bit more of an embellished version of yourself until you kind of find your kind of groove and you go back to like your usual kind of self. And the crew would be the same as well. If you react to a new person coming on board, you're going to try and be as welcoming as possible, maybe a little bit over the top, trying to cater for them, and if they're making any mistakes or they don't know what they're doing, then you're going to help them out. So it's like a two-way street. But now I feel like 2 weeks have passed and it's kind of like changed a little bit, not drastically, just a slight change, and everyone's kind of like found their own place in the crew, and everyone's getting along super well, and everyone's working pretty hard, so it's good so far. But yeah, I just popped out for about 5 minutes off the boat just to go on a run. Then it's about to rain, so I should probably head back.